Really busy year in the nation's capital, filled with plenty of lows, plenty of highs, and viral moments. Here to help us look back at 2025 is CTV Ottawa anchor Stefan Keys. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Now, I remember this story well. I mean, this was an absolutely heartbreaking story. We're going to start here. Looking back to June, that was when a young girl was reported missing in the community of Quadville. She was found hours later with severe, life-threatening injuries. Police thought she'd been attacked by an animal. Walk us through what happened.
Yeah, so a young girl, 8 years old, was reported missing towards the end of June, around June 23rd. It was a Monday. The community of Quadville is about 2 hours outside of downtown Ottawa, closer to the Ottawa Valley and Renfrew area, if any of the viewers are familiar with that part of Eastern Ontario. And so there was a massive search. Quadville is not a big community. Everyone knows everyone there. And then right before Tuesday hit, so probably before midnight on Tuesday, the police and the K-9 unit, OPP K-9 unit, happened upon her and she was brutally attacked. So much so that when they released the evidence to the public, they had suggested that perhaps it had been a wild animal. Days later, we found out that a 17-year-old boy had actually been charged with attempted murder and sexual assault for allegedly attacking this young girl. And so that's going through the courts right now as we speak. But it was a very harsh reality to digest for this region in particular. Certainly the community of Quadville, where again, everyone apparently knows each other because it is so small, so tight-knit, so to speak. So that really shocked this area.
Do we know how she's doing?
We don't have a follow-up. We did know that she obviously survived the attack and that she was recovering. And so in terms of emotional scars, not just the physical ones, we haven't been provided an update as the family has requested quite a bit of privacy, and especially because this is a situation of a young victim, but also a young offender. Anything that we kind of know about her, we're not really allowed to identify her for the judicial process.
Understood. Another big story this year has been the government's plan to cut nearly 30,000 public service jobs beginning next year. How will this impact Ottawa?
You know, the trickle-down effect from this is great for the nation's capital. We are the city that employs the most public servants across the country, naturally, with Parliament Hill being here. And so even when it came to the work from home or hybrid work order, we know that downtown Ottawa, small businesses decided or suggested that they would be suffering at the hands of this decision. And now that we know that there are possible cuts coming, 28,000 before 2029 as the federal government looks to save millions of dollars, it is impacting Ottawa in a local economy sense. So the local economy is certainly feeling it. People tend to not spend out or eat out as much or look at buying homes or make major life changes or even feel comfortable spending. People hold on to their money, so to speak, not knowing what's to come. So there's also this looming anxiety in the air where people don't know how things are going to go moving forward. And so they don't spend any money and they really hold on to it.
Another big moment I want to talk about this year is a huge sports moment. It went viral. Atletico Ottawa won the Canadian Premier League in spectacular fashion, but it was this moment during the match that had everybody buzzing. Everybody watch.
Anyone's to claim in the air. Bicycle! Oh, my God!
Oh, it's so good. David Rodriguez scoring that unbelievable goal in the blinding snow to tie the match in the 39th minute. Woo! This goal is forever known as the icicle kick. I mean, that video has been viewed, what, like 1 billion times, Stefan?
Oh my goodness, what an exciting time, and I love that we're ending on a high note. Yes, the icicle kick should be called the bicycle kick, but what is more fitting in a Canadian snow-covered turf than the icicle kick? We certainly won that. The city was on a high. It was one of our first snowfalls, early November, and the turf looked like that. About 11 centimeters of snow had fallen on the nation's capital during that period, and people are in the stands. We're going for the Canadian Premier League championships, and that moment from David Rodriguez happens. A month later, based off of all the social media platforms, people watching this moment around the world because it was quite the spectacle. More than 1 billion views and counting. So that is certainly one of the biggest stories of the year.
So good. More than 1 billion views in more than, what, 170 countries. Just remarkable. All right, Stefan Keys, thanks so much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
If you like that video, make sure to subscribe to the Your Morning YouTube feed, where you can find all kinds of new content posted every weekday morning.